Alright, settle down everyone, settle down. Is everybody here? JJ Falcon, present. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Rupert Remington, present. The ready is prosecution, Your Honor. Oh, darn, that's not it. Oh gosh, where are my notes? Ha, I knew it. Knew what? Rupert and I went to Paris Law School together. He was in all of my classes. Oh, was he smart? No, he always scored the second worst marks in the class. I can only assume that he bumbled through the final exams on the luck of his 2 rabbit's feet. Unless he improved considerably, you might already have this trial in the bag. That's good to know, but say, Sparrowson, if Rupert scored the second lowest marks in the class, who scored the lowest? I choose to exercise my rights, not to self-incriminate. Ah, here it is. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Are the jury all present? All present and accounted for, Your Honor. Hey Falcon, I thought there were only 6 members of the jury in case like this. Why do I count 8? Oh, those 2 birds with funny hats are the assessors, the associates judges. Those 2 birds with funny hats. Which 2 birds with funny hats? They all have funny hats. Everything seems to be in order, so let us begin. The court is now in session for the trial of Dame Catherine Demieux. Prosecution, please call your first witness to the stand. Oh gosh, are we there already? Okay, I choose to call the officer in charge of the murder investigation, Inspector Volatry, to the witness stand. Inspector Volatry, please approach the stand and recite the oath. As you will, Your Honor. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Monsieur... No, Inspector, please state your name and occupation for the record. My name is Inspector Justice Volatry. I am servant to the law. I scourge of the gutter rats that plague the city. I have enforced the law for over 20 years, and I shall continue until I bring the infamous Viridian killer to justice. My path begins 18 years ago. Let's stick to the questions, Inspector. Of course, Your Honor. Oh great, I was hoping we could have one of those bumbling, cuddly officers, but instead we are stuck with a lovely goody two-shoes. I bet this guy would turn in his own mother if he saw her littering. So, Inspector, is it true that you are the lead investigator on this case? That's correct. I was among the first to arrive at the scene of the crime. Then perhaps you can walk us through what you witnessed upon your arrival? Absolutely. Just after 7:30, we were alerted and brought to the scene by the housemaid of Roguery. Roguery? Yeah, sure. Why not? At the scene of the crime, we found Dame Catherine Demieux. She was standing over the corpse. Can we not? We could. You know what? Never mind. I saw. Okay. Well, that sounds like an open and shut case, in my humble opinion. No, no more questions, Your Honor. Bloody paws? Nobody told me that detail. Keep it together, Falcon. You're about to be given the opportunity to cross-examine the witness. That's your opportunity to find flaws in the inspector's testimony. Of course, I know this. You may begin your cross-examination, Monsieur Falcon. Inspector, you say Dame Catherine had blood on her paws. Correct. Blood clung to her fur like guilt to the convict. Whose blood was it? Ha! What a question. It was Monsieur Grenwee's, of course. How can you be so sure? I object. This line of question is absurd. There was only one murder victim that night, Falcon. The blood on Dame Catherine's paws could have only belonged to one person, Monsieur Grenwee. Judge, Falcon is trying to delay the trial by asking pointless questions. Do I have any reason that the blood belonged to some? I actually... Hold on! Steak! I do, Your Honor. Actually, I have more than a suspicion. I have evidence that the blood on them Catherine's paws had nothing to do with the murder. That's foolish time wasting, Falcon. If the blood on them Catherine's paws didn't come from the victim, then where did the blood come from? Damn Catherine ate a bloody rare steak at the banquet. On the evening of the murder, Damn Catherine ate a bloody rare steak. Is this true, Monsieur Rabicton? Oh, well, I am in a manner of speaking. I suppose steak may have been on the menu. Then, Inspector, would you acknowledge the possibility that the blood on the lady's paws did not belong to the victim, but the steak? Well, wait. Don't answer that, Inspector. It is a possibility. No! Intriguing. Pretty convincing. You gained a little favor with the jury. So, Inspector Voltry, is it possible that you arrested an innocent bystander simply for being a messy eater? Now hold on just a minute. You're overlooking something quite crucial. Dame Catherine is an elegant bourgeois kitten. She was no doubt brought up with flawless etiquette and perfect table manners. At the banquet, she would have eaten the steak with a fork in her left hand and a knife in her right, like any proper civilized animal. How could she have possibly gotten blood on her paws with such good manners? Oh, that's a good question, or at least it would be at an ordinary dinner banquet. But as it happens, something was missing from the particular banquet, something that forced Dame Catherine to eat with her paws. Missing silverware. Dame Catherine was forced to eat steak with her paws because the silverware of the household has previously been stolen. Stolen? I don't recall any mention of that in the police report. We weren't aware of anything missing from the Roguery residence when we performed the initial investigation. But as it happened, Baron Roguery approached us about this very subject last night. Ah. Innocent, perhaps? What a twist. You've gained a little favor with the jury. Nice. What's the meaning of all of this? Bloody steak? Misplaced silverware? Inspector, was your investigation so lax that you overlooked this basic fact in your initial report? Lax? My investigation? Judge, I assure you, I am the most thorough investigative officer on the force. Then it's amazing that the Parisian police managed to solve any crimes at all. Oh dear. Be on your way, Inspector. Perhaps do a little inspecting for your next case. Fine, so be it. Messieurs, until next time. Prosecutor, I trust your next witness is ready? Yes, of course, Your Honor. I call upon, let's see, Monsieur Roberto Robino, the photographer who attended the banquet on the night of the murder. Monsieur Roberto Robino, please approach the stand and recite the oath. How does it go? I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth? It's a little cliché, to be perfectly honest. Could the witness please introduce himself for the court record? As if anybody in this courtroom does not immediately recognize me. I am the great Monsieur Roberto Robino, cutting-edge photographer and visionaire. I don't just take people's pictures, I capture their very essence. Je suis l'artiste. Je tue une pipe. You may have seen my works in hip magazines, Le Branche or Set Shot. I can send you tweets if you like. What on earth is a tweet? Bird-to-bird communication. Come on, Falcon, it's the 19th century. Get with the times, sorry. My god, these subtle nudges too. My god. Yes, your works are very impressive, Monsieur Rubino. But let's get down to business. Could you tell us your activities? What your activities were on the night of the murder? Very well. I was hired by Baron Eurogris to capture the evening's event. Well, that seems logical, yeah. I arrived at 7 in the evening, I put on my camera and captured the beauty of the banquet in one fantastic photograph. Then I billed Baron Eurogris and left. like a true artist. And with regards to the photograph itself, who did your photograph? I thought you might ask. I brought a copy so that you all could see for yourselves. Oh, very good. Let's take a closer look. My word, this is an exquisite... Oh my god, look at the handles. Exquisite. So let's see. Who do we have here? In the middle we see a Baron Rogri, the lion who hosted the event. On the left we see Seigneur Courtois Demio, the father of the defendant Dame Catherine. And finally we see the housemaid Connie Do, who is suspected may have snuck into the picture uninvited. As you can see, two people are clearly absent from the photograph. The first is the victim, Monsieur Grenwee. The second is the defendant, Dame Catherine Demio. Quite suspicious, wouldn't you agree? Just a moment, Monsieur Remington. This proves nothing. So the defendant and the victim were not photographed with the others. That doesn't mean that they were in the garden together at that point. Hold your horses, Falcon. I'm not done yet. The prosecution may continue. Behind the photograph subject, we see a wall clock with the time set at 7:30. Now, why is the time significant? Well, as the inspector Voletti told us earlier, that was the exact time the murder took place. Do you see, Falcon? Every suspect has an alibi at the time of the murder, save for Dame Catherine itself. Falcon, something is fishy. In the jail cell, Dame Catherine told us that she was present during the photograph. But I don't see her in Rubino's photograph. That's true. But I can't use Dame Catherine's testimony as evidence, as it has too little weight. If you want to prove that Monsieur Rubino's photograph is not a valid piece of evidence, I have to dish out evidence of my own. Your Honor, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Very well. The defense may proceed. It's a waste of time if you ask me. Photographs are rock-solid evidence. Well, I have my doubts. Let's take a closer look at the photograph. Why is it in black and white? No, I see a mistake in the photograph. Just to clarify, Monsieur Rubino, the photographs are a direct reflection of reality, are they not? That's correct. The photographic process leaves no room for bias or inaccuracies. That's most curious, because I see a mistake. A mistake? Impossible, I just told you. Monsieur, the camera's perfect unbiased device. The photographs it produces are flawless. Falcon, I'm not seeing any mistakes. Perhaps you could be more specific? Oh, I can be very specific. Certainly. Click on the area of the photograph you believe that contains a mistake. So we can select either him or this, but we have evidence for this. The clock in the photograph. There's something not right about it. Well, isn't that convenient? The defendant sees something wrong with the key piece of evidence that implicates his client. Don't give me that cocky tone, Monsieur Remington. I have evidence that there's something wrong with the clock in that picture. Missing clock hands. The photograph clearly shows the clock's hands pointing at 7 and 6. That is self-evident. Which is most curious, because the clock in the lounge of Chateau Crinier has no hands. It has no hands? The clock is merely a decorative piece, a talking item. Feel free to ask Baron Rogri or his housemaid if you have doubts. Monsieur Rubino, do you explain the discrepancy? I don't know, those must have been some mistake. My camera is flawless. There's no mistake, monsieur. Your photograph depicts something that does not exist in the real world. Maybe there was an error in the printing process? An error precisely where the clock's hands should be? Please, monsieur, don't patronize us. Allow me to offer a more plausible explanation. You, Monsieur Rubino, edited this photograph. Edited? I'm not an expert, but I suspect that you used paint or ink to carefully put hands upon the clock. It would have been a simple task considering that the clock face was bare. One could even speculate that you specifically chose to include the handless clock in the photograph just to simplify the editing process. Falcon, your reasoning is absurd. Why would the witness do such a thing? Isn't it obvious? By showing the photograph you have taken place at precisely 7:30, it clears all the photograph's subjects of suspicion. In other words, Monsieur Rubino created a perfect alibi. Of course, this raises further questions. Who is the witness protecting? And why was Monsieur Rubino coerced, bribed, threatened? Enough silence, let's hear some answers, Monsieur Rubino. Fine, you've got me, I'm guilty, I did it all. You did it? You're confessing to the murder of Monsieur Grenwee? What? No. I've no idea who killed the frog. I'm just admitting that I'm guilty of producing fraudulent photographs. I was ordered to make changes to the printed photographs, and yes, that included adding hands to the clock. You were ordered. By whom? I dare not to say. Monsieur Rubino, I strongly advise you to answer the defense's question. You have pledged to speak without fear, after all. With respect, Judge, I fear his claws more than I fear the punishment of the justice system. I shall name no names. His claws? Did you hear that, Falcon? That's most unfortunate. Monsieur Rubino, we cannot and shall not torture names out of you. We do not live under the ancient regime, after all. But since you have admitted to falsifying evidence, then we cannot keep you on the stand as a witness. Take your leave. You shall be charged with perjury in due course. I can protest. That's the least I deserve for my failure as an artist. Good day, messieurs. Oh boy. Intriguing. Very, very convincing. You've gained little favor with the jury. Cool. So, the clock's hands were painted on, so what? It doesn't matter. The photograph still depicts Dame Catherine as absent close to the time of the murder. That's significant. Don't be dense, Monsieur Remington. If the photograph is not completely genuine, then it cannot be considered reliable evidence. Why not? It's still portrayal of the nice events. Because if we accept that one part as the picture was edited, then we must accept the possibility that other parts were too. Is it possible that Dame Catherine was painted out? Even worse, is it possible that another person was painted in? We know that the witness was trying to cover for someone, so all possibilities must be accounted for. So what are you saying, Falcon? That the housemaid paid off the photographer? Or was it Seigneur Pertois de Mio, perhaps? I don't think so. The housemaid lacks a means or motive, and it wouldn't make sense for Seigneur Pertois to implicate his own daughter. Well, surely you're not suggesting that the honest and beloved Baron Roguery deliberately tried to frame Dame Catherine, because that would be the most outlandish theory yet. The Baron is a pillar of our community. He would never do such a thing. Monsieur Remington, I'm not here to throw accusations. That's the job of you, the prosecutor. However, maybe I should offer my opinion. Baron? It's not time for your witness testimony yet. So, you would think, prosecutor, and yet I see my good reputation getting tarnished by your incompetence? Incompetence? Indeed. Let us proceed with the witness questioning. Is that fine with you, Judge? Yes, I suppose it is fine. Very good. And I trust the defense has no objections? No objections here. Fantastic. Oh, but before I forget, I pledge to speak without fear and prejudice, etc., etc. Now, prosecutor, ask me about what I witnessed over the course of the evening. Okay, Baron Roguery. On the night of the initial dinner went magnificently. When the photographer arrived, Monsieur Grenwee left to visit the garden. Dame Catherine followed behind him moments later. Seigneur Pertois, Monsieur Rubino and myself were engaged in the conversation, so we paid her no mind. After the photographer had left, my housemaid left to go find Monsieur Grenwee and Dame Catherine. That would be when I heard a cry for help. Thank you, Baron. I think we all know the story from here. I would like to cross-examine the witness. Do you doubt my integrity, garçon? I'm just here to uncover the truth, Baron. Very well then, hit me with your best shot. Let's establish with absolute certainty that I, Baron Roguery, am an honest man. The defense may proceed with cross-examination. Okay, here it comes. The garden. Baron, we saw the murder scene, your garden, for ourselves. When was the last time you visited? When you ventured into the garden? As it happens, I have quite serious allergies. I haven't been in my own garden for years. Years, you say? Indeed. That's not right. Baron, I do not wish to call you a liar, but that claim does not hold up to scrutiny. Oh, and why is that? Because we have hard evidence that you visited the garden recently. Blatherdash, my word is gold. Show the court this so-called hard evidence that I've been in my garden. A cigarette butt? This was found in your garden. To be specific, it was found inside the fountain basin. Right beside where the murder occurred. Ah, a cigar butt? That's, could belong to anybody. And, prosecutor, please shut your mouth. I can speak for myself. Okay, sorry, Barrel. That is indeed remnants of one of my cigars, but I must apologize, Monsieur Falcon, for I misunderstood your initial question. You see, prior to the banquet, I had visited my own garden in years, but naturally, after hearing the housemaid's cry for help on the evening of the murder, I rushed outside. I was shocked and disgusted by what I saw. That must have been when I dropped my half-smoked cigar in the fountain basin. You see, Falcon, that's a perfectly reasonable explanation. I find that believable if the cigar were casually discarded. But as it happened, the cigar butt was found in the fountain's upper basin, a location that could only be accessed with great inconvenience and a little paddling. The cigar butt was not dropped, it was deliberately hidden. There are any numbers of possible explanations. Are there? Because I can only think of one. That is that you, Baron Rogley, deliberately hid your cigar butt to disguise your own illicit activities. Did I now? And what illicit activities would those be? You want me to spell it out? Fine. Let's put everything on the table. You, Baron Rogley, murdered Monsieur Grenwee. That is when you were trying to keep... that's what you were trying to keep hidden. Directly accusing me of murder? How shamelessly brazen. That is ludicrous accusation, Falcon. The Baron is an upstating citizen in the highest order. Your allegation is baseless. You have no evidence, no means, motives, or opportunity. No evidence? Think harder, Monsieur Remington. Each piece of evidence points to Baron Rogley as a prime suspect. You want the means? The Baron certainly had the means. His lion's claws are as sharp as a surgeon's blade. Cutting a frog belly would be trivial to him. Even Monsieur Robino confessed just moments ago that he feared his claws. Ridiculous. I would have never threatened a man with violence. You want a motive? The Baron had at least 10,000 francs worth of motive. By removing a business partner of Baron's share of his railway company increased from 1/3 to 1/2. That is preposterous. And finally, the Baron had an opportunity. No, he crafted the perfect opportunity. He arranged a small banquet with his very select number of guests. He was aware of the missing silverware, and yet he served steak, a food item that necessitates good cutlery. Why? To bloody the hands of his guests, of course. Then he hired an easily influenced photographer and staged a very specific picture in order to build a perfect alibi for himself. Photographing the guests in front of a handleless clock to make for an easy editing is quite an ingenious plan, it must be said. Prosecutor, I'm just gonna let this slanderous yarn go uncontested. Say something. Object. Oh, your pitiful uselessness. After executing the murder, the Baron found himself still holding a single piece of incriminatory evidence. A finished cigar. He knew that leaving it at the crime scene would raise suspicion, but he didn't have time to properly dispose of it. So out of desperation, he threw it into his fountain, out of the sight of his guests and any snooping police. I imagine the Baron was hoping to implicate Senior Procutor Demio, since that would ensure total control over his railway company. Alas, Dame Catherine was the first to happen upon the crime scene, so the Baron improvised. This is an outrage. Judge, I demand that you disbar this ranting lunatic. No! There is only one outrage here. That is, that a man like yourself is able to abuse his wealth and status to frame an innocent girl for murder. You, a bourgeois of the worst kind. How dare you, garçon? The utter nerve of a lying scumbag of a lawyer to accuse a philanthropist like myself of something so heinous. I'm nothing like the fat cat bourgeois. I'm a respectable, hard-working capitalist. No, you're a ruthless man who would slaughter a dear friend just to reap a few francs. You're an incredulous whelp. I ought to gut you right here and now, like a damned frog. Could someone please restrain the Baron? Yes. I'm on it, Your Honor. Let's go, old man. To the concierge, with you. Don't touch me, you filthy jackdaw. I can walk myself. No, I did not expect that. This is quite a turn of events. Does the prosecution have anything to add? Well, in a manner of speaking, well, to be honest, no. Then I shall now confer with the members of the jury to come to a decision. I ask that the edibles of the court please be patient at the time. We have reached the decision. In light of recent revelations, it is clear that an error of judgment was made with the initial arrest. On that note, we unanimously find the defendant, Dame Catherine Demio, to be not guilty! Woohoo! We did it, guys. We did it. Oh my god, we did it. I'm excited. Monsieur Falcon, petite person, you did it. Yes, I suppose we did, didn't we? We should head back to the office so we can celebrate properly. Yes, with a Cabernet Sauvignon. You did it, Falcon. I can't take all the credit. This was a group achievement. I'm so proud of you both. I'll go get one bottle of wine and 3 of our least dirty glasses. Yes. You are amazing, Monsieur Falcon. Oh, it was nothing. I very much liked the way you pinned the murder on the Baron. That was an act of sheer genius. Well, I didn't pin anything. Sparrowson and I just worked at unveiling the truth. Given the facts of the case, Monsieur Falcon, there's no need to play coy. The case is over. Play coy? Don't tell me you're actually being sincere. I'm completely lost. Oh, well, I thought the goody thing was an act, but you actually don't know. Alright, I'll spell it out for you. Wait. No. I murdered him? I saw him in the garden all drunk and vulnerable, and I seized my opportunity. It was nothing personal, just business, you understand? What? Business? To increase my papa's share in the train company, of course. My papa always said that the drunk old frog was the weakest link. Your confession doesn't make any sense at all. I found Baron Rogue's cigar butt hidden in the garden. Oh, I put that there. I expected the police to find it, but I suppose that was putting too much faith in the brains of Paris' finest. But Falcon proved that Monsieur Robino's photograph was edited. It was edited. I wasn't in the picture because I was busy paying a visit to Monsieur Grenwee in the garden. My papa knew I needed an alibi, so he ordered Monsieur Rubino to paint me over Baron Rogue and to add hands to the clock. But the lazy artist didn't manage to finish altering the photograph by a trial day. It's a good thing that Monsieur Falcon was so imaginative, because that could have gone very badly. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no! What's with the silence? You should both be proud. There aren't many lawyers in the whole France who could have won a case like this, even for a bourgeois kitty like me. Oh no, I think you should leave? Fine, so much for celebrations. Here's the payment for your services straight from my papa's pockets. Well, adieu, Monsieur Falcon. Adieu, petite person. Falcon, what do we do now? I think what we do is end the episode. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. This episode has been going on for a bit too long. I like this game very much. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. I actually love the attorney kind of idea. If you want to see more of this, give Video a like. Tell me in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit the bell icon to never miss another episode. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna contemplate my things. Let's see. There's not much more, no, is there? No, that was it. Okay. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in another episode. Goodbye.